general information purpose only. It is not intended as a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment of disease. And for the testimonials now, no one was compensated for giving a testimonial. All testimonials are the opinions of those individuals and may not be the results that everyone gets. So, ladies and gentlemen, the privilege is mine to introduce to the microphone at this time someone that I've come to appreciate and love greatly. Professor Don L. Major, BA, BSc, MBA, ABD, researcher, writer, newspaper columnist, senior manager, business executive, entrepreneur, lecturer, motivational speaker, ordained elder, lay preacher, lifelong student. He's married, 3 sons and grandchildren. Hails from the amazing country of Bahamas. Professor Major's mission is transforming lives by being a channel of God's blessing. We are happy to have him as part of our team. And Professor Major, right over to you, please, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, newsflash. Did you know that mankind was made by the manufacturer? He was made for long life, for everlasting life. He was never meant to die. In case you missed the memo, God, the Creator, made man to live forever. That's why he planted in the Garden of Eden a tree of life in the middle of it for the 2 inhabitants, if they pass the test, to be able to live forever. God's plan for your life far exceeds the circumstances of your day. Beloved, that's why he said to us in the book of John, 3 John 2, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, just as your soul prospers. That's why our founder and CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, could emphatically state, too many people are dying of sickness and disease. I want more people to die of old age. Old age. But when we get old, don't you want to be able to maintain your independence, your dignity, your mobility, and be in your right mind? Of course you do. Here's what you want to know. Every single cell, except for mature red blood cells, are powered by a battery plant. A power plant. A battery. And that battery is called, you guessed it, the mitochondria. Now, here's the thing. Our co-founder and the creator of our products, scientist Dr. Bevan Elliott, makes 2 statements about mitochondria that are very, very important. First, he says, what affects health the most is the health of the mitochondria. Did you get that? And the second statement is, you can't be your healthiest unless your mitochondria are at their best. Keep that in mind. It is well established that mitochondrial decline speeds up the aging process. I don't know about you, but I want to live a long life, but a healthy life. So therefore, every sickness, every disease is a result of the malfunction, the breakdown, or shortage of mitochondria. So then, why does this fearfully and wonderfully made machine, the body, break down? Why does it malfunction? Why does the body get sick, get disease? Coming to that, short answer, mitochondrial decline. From the time you were born until the age of about 30 years of age, the body at that age is generally considered to be at peak performance. Guess what? That's the time when your body has about 5,000 mitochondria per cell. However, by the time you reach 65 or 70, the mitochondria number has declined to about 250 to 300, maybe 500. See the big difference? In many people, the number of mitochondria drops drastically before 69 and 70, because of trauma brought on by stress, such as injuries, accidents, but also improper maintenance and improper operation. The battery of the car is very important. That's like the mitochondria to the body. Now, you know, and I know that without the battery, nothing happens. That's why you have your battery charger, or why you make your calls to the service people to get your car jump started, right? Then of course you have the engine, then you have the transmission, and then you have the gasoline that fuels the vehicle. But you have to have the oil, you have to have the transmission fluid, you also have the tires, and you have the brake systems, and you have the system for exhaust, etc. All those are large parts of the car. Now, all of those together ensure that you have a smooth running vehicle to transport you to wherever it is that you want to go. Now, if you want to ensure maximum efficiency, if you want to maintain the car at peak performance, then you have to follow the operating instructions. You have to follow the maintenance instruction and schedule according to the manufacturer's instruction as per the operator's manual. Now, here's the thing. If the car tires are not maintained at the right pressure, if you let the gas run out of the gas tank, if you let the oil in your car drop down to zero, if you let the water in the radiator drop down, if you have the wrong kind of gasoline in there, what's going to happen to that car? Malfunction, breakdown. If the battery is not working, the car won't go. Car won't even start. Now, we want to ensure that you understand that when these things are not done properly, the car is going to break down. Now let's take it further. Let's talk about how to operate it. They tell you not to do certain things, right? For example, they tell you not to do what they call jump start or fast starting. That means taking off from start and speeding up right away. They tell you to maintain the tire at proper pressures. They tell you to ensure that when you drive a certain way, and you make sure that the engine is kept in tune. They also tell you to watch how you brake. That's how you operate the vehicle to ensure proper functioning for a long time. Now, the human body is a single structure made up of billions of those very, very same mitochondria. Now, guess what happens to the body when you do not follow proper operations or proper maintenance? Well, the same thing that happens to the car happens to our bodies. That you take care of the mitochondria through those very same aspects: proper exercise, proper rest, proper nutrition, proper diet, etc. Keep in mind the definition of insanity: doing the same thing in the same way, but expecting different results. So if your body has been having problems with malfunctions, then you have to change something that you're doing. You cannot get better results doing the same old thing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to take you further, to enlighten you as to how to fix this body of ours, I will turn you back over now to the moderator. We'll bring on our colleague to talk about the magnificent revolutionary technology that will change your life forever. Back to you, Dr. Clyde.
Hey, great, great, great. Thank you so much, Professor Major, for that introduction and telling us about the cell. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't even blink or think, because we're now having to share with us Dr. Samuels. He holds a bachelor's degree in psychology. He holds a bachelor's degree in theology, and he's even having a diploma in electronic technology. He's an excellent and emergency physician. So he's the one that helped to patch people up whenever they're in accidents, etc. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me get out of the way of greatness and bring to the microphone at this time my friend and colleague, Dr. Desmond Samuels. Please open the microphone, Dr. Samuels, and speak to us. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this call this Sunday evening. Thank you for taking time out to be with us. We're going to share some information with you, and hopefully by the end of this information, you will be able to make an informed decision where your health is concerned. As the professor was talking about, he was talking about the mitochondria, which is in each of our cells. The body is made up of about 70,000 cells, and in each cell we have a number of mitochondria. Some cells have more than others, depending on the amount of energy and the amount of work that they need to do to accomplish their mission. So let's just define the mitochondria as we move along. It is a membrane-bound cell organelle. And what is its main responsibility? That is to generate most of the chemical energy needed to produce the cell's biochemical reaction. Because you know that there's a lot of chemical reaction going on in our body every second, every minute, every hour of the day. So the chemical energy now that is produced by the mitochondria is stored in small molecules that we call ATP. So the mitochondria produces the energy necessary for the cell's survival and function. So without that energy, the cell can't survive, neither can it function. So again, it's the powerhouse of the cell. It is responsible for extracting energy from the food. That's why you eat decent food, so we can get the real energy from it, from a cycle we have in the body that we call the Krebs cycle. Now, the energy is released from the ATP, and we call that the energy currency of the cell. So we can't just put any energy there. This energy that the cell is that is released by the mitochondria, it's not only is it necessary, it is absolutely critical and important. So, again, talk about the mitochondria here. It is considered the powerhouse of the cell. The main site of ATP production, plays a vital role in calcium storage. And when we talk about apoptosis, God knows it is really, really important when it comes to apoptosis. What is apoptosis? It's controlled cell death, because the cells in the body, whether they be blood cells, whether they be liver cells, whether they be heart cells from the heart, muscular cells, whatever cell they are, they all have a lifespan and they need to expire after their number of days are expired. However, if they don't die off, guess what's going to happen? They are going to turn into cancer cells. And so this is why the mitochondria is so important in getting rid of old dead cells. Just like the spleen gets rid of blood cells when they're over like 60 to 80 days, so the mitochondria will help to get rid of their cells. There is detoxification of the liver cells as well. Remember this. As you look at the last line here, human beings cannot survive without their mitochondria. Now, what happens when your mitochondria is low? Then you get mitochondrial diseases. Now, can cause a vast array of health concerns like cardiovascular concern. Talk about hypertension. Hypertension, or what a lot of us know as high blood pressure. What happens is that when your mitochondria is low, there's a lot of vascular issues going on in the body. And so high blood pressure is one of the major problems. It is considered a silent killer. Now, when we look at high blood pressure, they said that normal is like supposed to be 120 systolic over 60 diastolic, but you can give plus or minus 10 in order for it to be okay like that. But what happened, with the heart is that when the blood pressure is too high in the heart, we have what we call the left ventricle. Now, the left ventricle is what pumps the blood around the body after it comes back from the lungs. So if the pressure is too high, that ventricle is going to get thick in order for it to bear the pressure. Now, hear me. When it gets thick, when the walls get thick, two things are going to happen. It's going to be more difficult for it to pump blood. And number two, that chamber is going to become smaller. So there's not going to be enough blood for it to pump around the body. So that's one cardiovascular problem that we can have. So when the heart, when it pumps and to send the blood around the body, it does not go as far and as good as it's supposed to be. Again, when we also talk about pulmonary problems, dealing with the lungs, do you realize that the lungs that you have in your body, in your chest, if you were supposed to like unwrap them, because they are layers thinner than the leaf of a book, if you were able to unwrap them, what you think? It would be the size of a tennis court. Now for the creator to wrap all of that, something as big as a tennis court, and put it inside of our chest, man, that has got to be amazing. Why did I say that? For that to be wrapped up so much and hidden inside there, there's a lot of space in there for bad stuff to hide. Let's even talk about GI, gastrointestinal stuff, from the mouth to the anus. There is about 30 feet. And then all of that is curled up inside of this little space we call our tummy or our belly. Imagine how much space is there for pathogens and all kind of tumors and stuff to hide. So when the mitochondria is low, that's when these things can find ways and places to hide and develop and then launch an attack on our health and our system. Low mitochondria, we're going to look at infertility issues. We're going to look at vision issues. We look at erectile dysfunction, which is becoming a major thing nowadays in our young men. We have guys coming to the hospitals and the clinics, but 30 years old. What are they asking for? They are asking for Viagra. Come on. If we get the mitochondria right, we can fix a whole lot of those stuff. Not time for question and answer yet, sir. Please put your hand down until we're finished. Thank you. Now, when the mitochondria is low, what also is going to happen is that we're going to develop inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of practically every disease and sicknesses. And again, when there is inflammation, we're going to be talking, those of us who live in North America, Canada, and the northern part of the United States, what are we going to be looking at in the next couple of weeks? We are going to be thinking about allergies, because these plants are going to start doing their thing. They're going to start blooming, and then there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be suffering from allergies. Again, once there's inflammation, arthritis, pain is going to come on. Lung cancer, breast cancer, cardiovascular diseases, eye disorder, asthma, diabetes mellitus and diabetes insipidus, and also the big Crohn's and colitis. So it is important, ladies and gentlemen, that we do what is necessary in order to keep our mitochondria right. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a blood vessel. Usually this one represents an artery. Arteries are what take blood to organs, take them to the heart, take them to the brain, take them to the kidneys, take them all over the place. What you are looking at here is a cholesterol plaque forming here. Now, what happens is that whenever these blood vessels get damaged, usually it's from hypertension. Whenever they get damaged, then the body now launches an attack now to repair it. But in the repairing process, what's going to happen is that neutrophils are going to show up first, and then these cholesterol plaques are also now going to come and they're going to start forming. Now, the problem is that a lot of us probably have these plaques forming in our body, but we don't even know, because it does not start affecting us. You don't start feeling angina or chest pains or whatever until it's about 70% occluded. Once it is 70% occluded, that's when you start feeling the pains and stuff like that. And you go to the doctor and you might get some nitroglycerin. Now, here is one thing about the nitroglycerin, especially for our men. If you're taking medication for angina, which is chest pain, please do not take it with Viagra, because it's going to drop your blood pressure so low that it will kill you right in while you're in the action of making love to your significant other or whoever. So basically, we're saying to you, so when these things, if we get the mitochondria right, the mitochondria now in this particular case here, it is going to activate the glutathione in the cell. And the glutathione now is actually a cholesterol chelator. And over time, it will go in, attach itself to this particular plaque here, and it will remove it. Now, how do we prevent or repair mitochondrial damage? We are going to talk about our company, MoreMito. The company name is MoreMito. We got 3 products, but we're going to really lay into 2 of them today. The first product, we call it MoreMito Restore. How does it work? It works from the inside out, growing mitochondria in our cells. Not only does it grow them, but it repairs and it will get rid of the bad ones, and it makes them even bigger, stronger, and more potent. So this mitochondria, then it grows it to increase cellular energy to provide your body with the mitochondrial resources to restore, regenerate, and repair itself physically and emotionally. Let me just stop at the emotionally there for a bit. I was talking to or listening to a Jewish guy the other day, and he was saying that their people, they paid some money in order for them to do a test to see what went on in the Holocaust, if it is affecting the present day Jewish people today. And he said, right in their DNA, they were able to detect that the stuff that they went through in the Holocaust is still affecting them today. Talk about emotional well-being. What can you imagine if, especially us people from the Caribbean base, were able to come up with the funds to do the same test, considering what happened with the slave trade? Think about the way we react emotionally and even physically with each other. I'm sure we would actually find it. So the Ultra Mito Restore is one of our flagship products. Second one is Ultra Mito Rejuvenate. Now, it's our topical gel. It works from the outside in, and it works on specific areas of concern. It is highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, affects your scalp, your skin, or any place on your body in an unwanted way. So if you can see it, then you can apply it. And once you apply it, over time, you will realize that it starts to regenerate and restore and get fixed. It also penetrates now deep to affect tendons, ligaments, muscles, and joints that may be experiencing discomfort, mobility issue, lack of feeling, or even poor circulation. One of our persons that has been using our product, he went to visit his 67-year-old. She went to visit her 67-year-old dad. Now, this man is diabetic, had a diabetic sore, and when she took off the bandage, the foot was black. This is a Dominican, Hispanic, and Latino person, so you know they are light complexion. So his foot was black and the sore was deep. She started to apply our Rejuvenate on the leg. And she said right there, herself, her mom, and another person that was at the house, they noticed right there and then the veins popped open and the blood began to flow there, right there and then in front of their face. So things are happening with our product so this is healing stuff from the cellular level on. I have to get a better picture. I apologize, but this is how they come. The bottle is in the front, that is our Restore, and the two to the side, that is our Rejuvenate, and we're going to explain to you how they work. So the Rejuvenate, then, it uses natural ingredients that are amplified and driven deep into the cell and into the mitochondria, using our proprietary XDX, which is short for Exponential Delivery System technology. Restore works from the inside out, growing mitochondria to increase cellular energy and provide your body with the nutritional resources to restore, regenerate, and repair itself physically and emotionally. Hear this. Think about, so we can go and we can buy a lot of products. We can take them, but guess what's going to happen? If they don't have this kind of technology to drive it deep into the cell, it is not going to be as efficacious or effective as it ought to be. When you think about the mitochondria now, it has, think about the cell first that Dr. Major spoke about previously. The cell has what we call a lipid bilayer. And so our exponential delivery system is going to take the Restore through the cell, pass through that lipid bilayer, but it's not just going to stop there. Now it's going to have to go into the mitochondria. And so now the mitochondria also has a lipid bilayer. So then we have to now have a system that is more powerful than nanotechnology, that is going to be able to take our products deep inside the mitochondria to rejuvenate it, to restore it, and to give it the power boost that is necessary for it to do what it needs to do. So let's think about a chain link fence. So you have a chain link fence and you have a couple of tennis balls. If you try to get these tennis balls through the chain link fence, you're going to force them against the fence. And then after a while, with much force and much effort, you'll get them through. Same chain link fence, and you have a handful of marbles. You just take it up to the fence, you push them against the fence. Guess what happens? They go right through. This is how the exponential delivery system works, by penetrating the cell wall, and then furthermore, it goes ahead and penetrate the wall of the mitochondria. And then when it gets in there, it gives the mitochondria the necessary nutrients that it's going to need in order to fix itself, and then teach the cell now, or get the cell to restore itself, get the body back into homeostasis where it can now begin to heal itself. So restore, let's talk about it. It's an adaptogenic formula, and it's designed to promote and stimulate free natural energy from the mitochondria that can outlast your day. What do I mean by that? Once you start taking our technology and getting it into your system, you know that 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock down when you feel drowsy and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, you work right through the day and you don't even feel that. Enhance brain's ability with the vision, clarity, and focus to meet your everyday challenges. You know, your brain, you need to have brain clarity. Here's what's going on in the world today. We are hearing a lot of talk going on about brain fog. This thing eliminates that brain fog business. Mood enhancement and chronic stress reduction. Man, I have never seen so many people as we're seeing now, who are just feeling down, feeling depressed, feeling all kind of stuff that is not good. Why? Because the hormones are not producing the stuff that they are supposed to be producing in order to give you optimal health and enhancement. Guess what's going to happen now? You're also going to have deeper, more restorative sleep. Yes, I was talking to my friend a couple of days ago, and she was saying, you know, for years, like on weekends, she'd be out of bed by 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, even though she worked hard, tiresome job, going to work early in the morning and all of that. But she said she's been taking our technology now for the last 10 days. And she said a couple of weeks, she found out, hey, I'm lying down in bed sleeping until 11 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, that is awesome, to get that nice, restful sleep. We have folks who are now sleeping so deep and dreaming again. And guess what? They are waking up remembering their dreams. This is amazing. And guess what happened while you get the deep sleep? While you're in deep sleep, what is happening, that is when your body does the bulk of the repair job that needs to be done. Cell detoxification, cell repair, immune system enhancement with anti-parasitic and anti-pathogenic support. Now, when you talk about parasitic and pathogenic, we're talking about all kind of pathogens that are coming into your body. Your skin is the #1 defense, the biggest organ on your body. But every now and then something sneaks through. But when your mitochondria is powerful, when your mitochondria is strong, whatever sneaks through there, then we can now launch an attack and get rid of it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have body-wide support for your major organ system. Think about it. When you go to the doctor and you get some medication, let's say that you are urinating a lot, they may give you some medication that is going to stop you from urinating so often. But is the medication treating the root cause? And that is where we have to now, look at going to cause and effect. So once we keep the mitochondria powerful, once we keep the mitochondria intact and allow it to do what it needs to do, then the cell will get fixed. Now, guess what? Once the cell is well, then the tissue is going to get fixed. And once the tissue is fixed, then the organ is going to get fixed. And then once the organ is fixed, then the system. So whatever the system is, cardiovascular system, pulmonary system, excretory system, reproductive system, whatever the system is, it's going to get fixed. And so once all of these are fixed, once the mitochondria is good, it's going to enhances the body's ability once that is fixed, it's going to enhance the body's ability to maintain itself and to maintain homeostasis. So what is homeostasis? Is when the body is in balance. Now, once your body is in balance, now it is going to be able to get rid of stuff that needs to be gotten rid of. It is going to be able to hold on to stuff that needs to hold on to. For example, when you look at the renal system in the kidney. So one of the things that is happening with your kidneys, it is supposed to get rid of all kind of stuff, all kind of waste material and waste matter that doesn't need to be there. But then once it is getting rid of some stuff, it is also necessary that it holds on to some electrolytes and all of that. If it is in homeostasis, it will do that. If not, and that is when it will get rid of the stuff that it doesn't need to get rid of. And that's why when you go to the doctor, they tell you to go pee on this stick, and they do that test, and they'll find protein in your urine. They'll find all kind of stuff in your urine that is not supposed to be there. So that is why we're saying if you get the mitochondria right and get the body right, that will be okay. So here's some of the documented benefits of olive oil along with the black seed oil. They include relief from excessive fatigue, healthy blood sugar, healthy blood pressure, heart and cardiovascular support. Again, general and major organ support. Some of you may be struggling with weight loss issues over the years. These are some of the benefits of the black seed oil and the leaf. Another thing that it does is it gives you youthful skin and youthful hair. Antiparasitic, anti-pathogenic, that is stuff like viruses, bad bacteria, fungus, mold, and so on and so forth. Look at this big one here, cholesterol improvement. And then it supports the immune response by, a lot of people suffering from stuff like arthritis, and we're hearing stuff like fibromyalgia, etc., etc., etc. So if you know anybody who's suffering from arthritis, you know anybody suffering from fibromyalgia, you know anybody suffering from any kind of joint pain, we have now this system here, this technology that over time you will realize that they can say bye to the pain, bye to the even heartaches, bye to all of those kind of stuff, because this thing actually works. So this now it works for those who are experiencing an extreme deficit from the effects of medication. Know also that some medication actually kills the mitochondria. If you have any athletes in your family, any high school athletes, maybe thriving because they want to get a scholarship or something like that, want to perform better, wants to get the gold medal, wants to be the one first to cross the finish line because he wants to be the one that the girls, are rushing after, get them on this thing here. Those with occupations that require problem-solving abilities. Listen, when you have no more brain fog and all of that stuff, your recall is going to be, and in Jamaica we say your recall is going to turn up, which means that your recall is going to be amazing. Things some of us are finding out now since I've been on this technology, that you're remembering things so clearly. Working moms and dads, anyone who just wants to be as healthy as they can be, try Restore today and launch a rescue mission for yourself. So your cells are probably there crying out, I need some help, I need some help, somebody help me. MoreMito, send the MoreMito to your cells and watch the body repairs itself. So how do I take it? Take the Restore. The recommended dose is 4 milliliters per day. You take a loading dose of double or more for the first couple of days, and then it can be taken in the morning or evening. So you can take it either in a single dose, or you can split it. Now, how do I recommend you take it? So it is recommended then that you take it sublingually. It means that you're going to drop it under your tongue. Just don't drop it under the air, swish it, and then forget, and then just swallow it. No, don't do that. Drop it under your tongue. Keep it there for a minimum of 30 seconds. The longer you keep it, the more it's going to be absorbed into your cells. It's going to go right into your bloodstream, and then from the bloodstream, it's going to go straight into your cell. So basically, what we're saying is just take it and Take it like that and watch it work for you. The second thing then is, so once you take it there, then that's what's going to happen. Now, if you can keep it up to 3 or 4 minutes, it will be even better for you. So the longer you can keep it there, let it absorb into your cells. Why am I saying it like this? When we do pharmacology in medical school, one of the things we talk about is the mechanism of action. So there is two things that we learn when we first got to med school. When we're doing pharmacology, we learn about pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic. Pharmacokinetic is what the drugs do to your body. Pharmacodynamic is what your body does to the drugs. You have to understand that drug is poison. And basically, the drugs is actually manipulating your body. Now, the word for drugs, for pharmacy, comes from the Greek word phenokia, which simply means to manipulate. So we talk about stuff like the half-life of the drug, and that is why the pharmacist is going to tell you, take with or without food. Take it at this time or take it at that time, because your body now also needs to be able to flush that drugs out of your system. Because if it stays there, like I said, it's poisonous. All right. So it is designed, and we talk about half-life. So let's say you took 1,200 milliliters of a particular drug. When you take that 1,200 milliliters, and let's say the half-life is 4 hours, it simply means that in 4 hours, from the time you took the 1,200 milliliters, 600 is going to be reduced from your body. And over the next 4 hours, half of what is left inside your body is going to be eliminated. And so every 4 hours, half of what is there is going to be eliminated. Now, and so then that is where we look at stuff that cause like side effects. So how quickly can I expect results? Some people report results immediately. One gentleman went to his friend's house and he was able to get the Restore under his tongue. He had some eye issues. And he said by the time he got out and was driving his truck about 4 hours later, the place light up. It's like somebody turned on a light. It was able to help him instantaneously like that. Most people see benefits in days or weeks. In some instances, signs that the body is detoxifying will appear first. What are some of those signs? You will find out that you go to the bathroom and you probably pull the thing. You probably have to use a plunger before you even flush it. Why? Those are signs that the body is detoxifying. Other signs that people have noted that their body is detoxifying is that they find out that in the first couple of days, they're tired, they're lethargic, they're sleeping a lot. Guess what? Toxins are being pulled out of your cells. And when the toxins are being pulled out, those are what's causing you to be a little bit tired and a little bit weak. So others may take months or more, especially depending upon how much detoxification needs to be done. So remember, however old you are, your organs are just as old as you are. And some of them probably have never had a cleanse from the day you were born. This is actually doing a cleanse and detoxifying the body. Remember now, those with health situations, including ones involving medication and other supplements being taken, should be a little bit more patient. The conventional wisdom is to allow at least 3 months to give any nutraceutical a fair test. So these are some of the ingredients that is in our Restore, over 44 ingredients. And you're looking at some great stuff here. So the extra virgin olive oil and then the black seed oil. Now the black seed oil has an ingredient in it called thiamocone. Now, don't quote me on the pronunciation of that word. But that ingredient, it is said by researchers and scientists that it is 6 times stronger than CoQ10. Can you imagine? It is 6 times stronger than CoQ10, which is being marketed all over the place now. Turmeric roots. Here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of us are drinking the turmeric tea and we're doing this and we're doing that. But if we look at the molecular structure of the turmeric, it is almost impossible to get it passed through the lipid bilayers of the cell. So it just brush on the cell, try to get in, but it's too big to get. So you're going to get minimal effects on that. You look at the other things in here, you can just take a quick look at them and they carry a lot of health benefits. And so all 44 All 44 are in our one product, the Restore, and that is to give you maximum health benefits.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Rejuvenate. Somebody, one of the other hosts, could you please mute
We have
Janet or something like that? Janet, please mute yourself. Thank you. Rejuvenate now. It's great for anything that causes you to itch, to scratch, to break out, or to irritate. If you can see any kind of abnormalities on your skin, any kind of abnormalities on your hair, any kind of abnormalities anywhere on your body, this is where Rejuvenate, the Ultra Rejuvenate comes in. So you have joint pain and discomfort, Rejuvenate it. Random bumps, some of us black men who shave and we get those razor bumps, we can put it there. Any breakout. Talk about fine lines and wrinkles. It's those things that makes you, those are the signs of aging. We can actually reverse those. Sunburns, sun damage, even if it's decades old. Cuts or bruises, insect bite, dandruff, and other scalp issues. You just rejuvenate it and watch it return to its original state. Any scars, any moles. We're talking to somebody, listening to somebody online, and they said they saw skin tags after using the Rejuvenate for a few days. The skin tags just basically fell right off. Look, natural deodorant. Remember a few years ago, man, all we people were talking about when I came to Canada, almost every church you go to, what you see. Every church have somebody selling Avon, and then we used to get those 99 cents roll on, only to find out a few years ago that they're saying some of the ingredients in there were causing people to have lymphoma, cancer. Now, talk about repairing damage here in these cold North American winters, especially our ladies. You get damage. You get every time you got to go to the hairdresser, you're cutting off dead ends and all of them kind of stuff. Our Restore, because there are cells in your hair, so our Restore, you use it in your hair, it can actually repair the damage here. Foot care. Persons who are diabetic and they have diabetic neuropathy, where you have this tingling in your feet, tingling in your toes, you're having pain all over in your toes and your feet, you just apply it, and you will see great results. Persons with tired or sore eyes, we're hearing people giving great testimonials about how they're not even wearing their eyeglasses anymore. Use it up in your nose for those who are suffering from sinusitis, and it can actually help you. I was listening yesterday on the corporate call, and one lady came on and she said she rubbed it on her joints and then she put it in her navel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of us who have our product and you're trying to rub it, please, it says rub it thoroughly. So just don't put it on it and dab it at 2 or 3 at a time. Rub it until it totally disappears. And so now you know that you're getting the maximum effect. You just keep rubbing it in circle until it totally disappears in your skin. So this lady on the call was saying that after she did it the night, she did it the evening, went to bed the night, and then she just slept right through the night, didn't even get up to pee. But then when she went to the bathroom, she heard her belly growling. It's like, what's going on here? This thing is working. So she got to the bathroom and she did her thing for the first time, and she was like, wow, that was a heavy load. Got up, went back to bed, and then she decided that she's going to get up and then she's going to go do some, she's going to go take care of, she's going to go shower, clean up herself or whatever. Sat down, she felt the urge again, sat down on the toilet. And this is like within a half an hour. And then this was another crazy load she said that she got done. Finished, thought everything was done, was about to step in the shower, and one more time. So like within a half an hour, she was in the bathroom. She was using the bathroom 3 times. And each time they were not just little bits and pieces, they were big loads. So what does your number 2 say about you? There is a chart that talks about the way your stool is supposed to look and all of that stuff. So it's got 7 different categories. Category number 1, it where it just looks like rabbit or reindeer poo, and that's a sign that you're totally constipated. And as you go through it, you will be able to see that there are different stages. But the stage that I think we should strive to reach is number 4. And this is where your poo looks like a ripe banana, peeled ripe banana, soft like that and all of that stuff. And so even after you finish, when you wipe, there should be hardly anything on your and the toilet paper. The other thing that we want to mention where that is concerned is that diarrhea. Diarrhea doesn't always have to be runny. Runny diarrhea is just one form of it. But if you're going to the bathroom and when you use it and you make your poo, it is as big as from your wrist all the way up to your elbow, and you're dropping out 3, 4, 5 of those, that is actually diarrhea itself. And so something is going on. So we continue with headaches, neck pain, shoulder pain, backache, knee, ankle issues, discomfort in the extremities again, like the hands and the feet, those kind of stuff. There was a gentleman who was getting ready to have his hand amputated. We heard about it on one of the other calls, but then he was able to put the Rejuvenate on his hands, and the same day he had feeling in his hands. Exercise-related injuries, those of us who were in sports back in the day and we have some long nagging injuries, this Rejuvenate can fix them. Any muscle strains and contusion. Do you want fresher, younger looking skin? Do you want a natural alternative to medication for your discomfort? Do you want to sharpen your vision? Do you want to get quick relief from eye strain? Do you want to pursue a more vigorous athletic workout routine? Or just want to be as healthy as you can possibly be with less emotional stress and physical discomfort? So that we say, thoroughly massage, rejuvenate in and around the affected area. Reapply multiple times per day as needed. Continue to use even after the discomfort is gone for more complete recovery. Rejuvenate can be used topically or in combination with the Ultra Restore. How do you do that? Once you get your products, you get the Rejuvenate, you get the Restore, you get about a tablespoon of the Restore, pour it inside of the jar with the Rejuvenate, shake it up, stir it together, and then you can use it like that. All right, and that will give you a very, very special glow. For some issues, it can work within minutes. Other issues, including skin abnormalities like moles, warts, and skin tags, they will show a result over time, especially depending upon, again, how much detoxification needs to be done. Those with complex health issues, including involving those with medication, supplements being taken, again, we ask that you be more patient. And just like with the Restore, the conventional wisdom is to allow at least 3 months to give any nutraceutical a fair test. Can you imagine this? You've been on these medications for a long time and you're taking them. And now we're saying, here is a revolutionary way to help your body to fix itself. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, some of the conditions that we have been dealing with over the years. Some folks are dealing with them for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Do not expect our technology to work overnight like that. And that's why we're asking you to take it for at least 3 months. And then you're going to start seeing you'll start seeing results. Some will see it before, but you give it at least 3 months, and then you'll get. One of the things you're going to find out is that you may be saying, you know what, I have this hypertension, I have this high blood sugar for these many years, I'm taking it for it. But remember that these diseases and these sicknesses, they come with other problems. And so what happened, you're going to start finding that is happening. Most times, a guy who's on high blood pressure medication and hypertension medication, he's going to find out that he's a little bit deficient in the bedroom. He's probably going to have some erectile dysfunction. After about 6 weeks, he's going to find out, hey, woke up in the morning and I was pitching a tent. Wow, this is good. And then you might find out, I am reading without my glasses. You might find out that, oh my God, my energy level, my this, my that. So it is not just that you're taking it for the one thing and it's going to fix that one thing. What you're doing, you're taking one thing that is going to fix multiple things. So once the mitochondria is fixed and is good to go, what is it going to do? It is going to now enhances the glutathione. And because when the mitochondria takes time and does stuff inside the cell, it is going to produce some inflammation. Glutathione is just going to come ahead and say, let me get rid of this inflammation for you. What else is going to happen? There is going to be some oxidative stress. There is going to be all kind of stuff going on inside the cell. And so now it's going to take time. It's going to take some time for the ultra mito products to get into your 70+ trillion cells. And then once it cleans them out, now you're going to realize your body's back in equilibrium. Man, you are going to be like, Can you imagine? So here's the thing, the other thing I want to see. Can you imagine now you take these stuff off the drugstores, they say that they are going to do some stuff for your face, they're going to reduce wrinkles, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Yes, they might do it. So here you are, you have a face, so you're 60 odd years old, but you take their products and you have a face of a 45-year-old person. But guess what? Your face look 45, but your internals are still 65. How about you take our technology? Not only does it make your face 45, but it's going to reverse the effects of aging. So your organs, your tissues, your systems are also going to be reversed. You're going to get rid of pain. You're going to get rid of discomfort. Think about your mom. Think about your grandma. You think about persons that you know who are suffering from chronic pain. Wouldn't it be nice to see them walk up the stairs again? Wouldn't it be nice to see them chase after those grandkids again? Oh man, this product works like that. So Ultra Rejuvenate, these are the products that is having it. And these products are what is in it so that it can get ready and take care of your stuff that you're going through. So our research doctor is Dr. Elliott, Devon Elliott. He indicates that what affects the health the most is the health of the mitochondria. You literally can't be your healthiest unless your mitochondria is at its best. If the health of the mitochondria can be improved, and we know it can be improved because we now have the technology that's going to take the ingredients to improve the mitochondria, not just into the cell, but right into the mitochondria to give it that kick, that boost, that jolt that it needs to fix itself. So if the health of the mitochondria can be improved and you have more mitochondria that are, check this out, they are bigger, they're more energetic, and then what's going to happen is that your overall health can now be improved. Get your mitochondria right and watch your body rebuild, restore, and rejuvenate. Dr. Clive, back to you, sir.
Dr. Samuel, yes, sir. The fire department is a good thing we had them on standby. The roof was on fire. Thank you so much, sir. I can feel you talking from your heart. A man that is on fire, passion to help his people. Thank you for that delivery, sir, and thank you for the persons who came on just to hear how these amazing technology can help, and it really works. Now, before I ask for the question and answers to be entertained, I want to ask Lady Ursuline. She has her cans of gasoline. I'm going to ask Lady Ursuline if she'll come on for 2 minutes and give us a testimony. And also, we might have Myrna Richardson afterwards. Lady Ursi, thank you so much.
Dr. Clive came to introduce me to MoreMito. When he called me that day, he said, explain to me. I said, what are you talking about? He said, yes, da, 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 da. I said, Brother Clive, don't tell me anymore. Just give me the website. Let me go look for myself. I went on the website. That same day, there was a Zoom call. I went on the Zoom. I heard the information. And I said, okay, I think we got it now. So right away that day, I went and I ordered the MoreMito, Rejuvenate and Restore. Friends, 2 weeks later, I got my products. I went, I took the thing a Thursday, 3 Thursdays from now. I took the product. That night, I had a fight on my bed with Mike Tyson. This man bumped me everywhere on my bed, tossed me, turned me, what? MoreMito and the pain was fighting. And I got up that morning and I said, Lord, what is this? Anyway, I said, the devil's playing a trick. I'm going to take it because I know the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He'll never tell you what is right for you. So I went ahead, took my MoreMito the Friday, took it 3 times for that day, went to bed. I slept like a baby. I said, Saturday, I got up, no pain from where I used to have the pain. I had problem with my eyes because I had diabetes and I couldn't see small prints. When I pick up the bottle of Restore, I started reading from the bottle at the back, all these small prints. I started reading the information. I said, what is going on? I rubbed my feet with my neuropathic pain. I rubbed my feet. And folks, I want you to know, this girl here is dancing again. This girl here is shouting again. This girl here is married again. Why? Because the pain has gone. As Brother Clive would say, I say bye-bye to my pain, bye-bye to my headache, bye-bye to my diabetes neuropathic pain, bye-bye to my almost blindness. And I can rejoice in the Lord now because this girl here has seen the benefits of MoreMito. So tonight, if anybody's on the call for the first time and don't want to believe what you hear, believe me, I'm a living testimony that MoreMito works, it works, it works, and it will work again. So please take it. Thank you, Brother Klein.
Okay, I did tell you that Lady Ursuline walks in her truck of gasoline. Oh Lord, thank you for sharing. Oh my, Lady Richardson. I'm going to ask you to hold your testimony. Don't be vexed with me now because our time is slipping by. Allow me to ask you to speak on Wednesday when we have our next call. Hope you understand. But we have to bring back the doctor to the microphone because just in case you have some questions to ask Dr. Samuel, would you raise your hand to indicate that you're interested or type something in the chat room or if it is not too many persons, you could open the microphone and ask your question, please. State your name and ask a question. Anybody, please? Thank you.
So there's a question in the chat room. Somebody's asking, how can I get this product? So the person that invite you to this call, they have a link and they can send it to you, and then you can go on and you can do your purchase. And I'm sure that they will actually hold your hand and lead you through the process of how to get the product. So it's one of the simplest other process I have come across in this industry. It is extremely simple. So so whoever invited you, just ask them. You can get it shipped to you, and they will be able to tell you how you can get it within a few days.
Does it help for something called vertigo?
Okay, so I'm going to give you a broad answer here. Whatever is causing the vertigo is definitely caused by some deficiencies in those cells, right? And so what we are telling you is that once you get this technology in your system, it's going to fix the cell. And so whatever imbalances there are, once your cell is optimal, then the imbalances will go away and it will be all right.
Okay. What about thyroid?
Same thing. If the person has not taken out the thyroid, then yes, we're gonna go again. Thyroid issues are a lot of inflammation, a lot of oxidative stress, a lot of free radicals running around in there. So we get the mitochondria strong. The mitochondria gets the cell to eliminate the inflammation, eliminate the oxidative stress, eliminate the free radicals, and the thyroid will get itself sorted out.
Okay, so where is the product coming from if I should get it, or if I want to be a part of selling? Just say it helps me and I want to sell the product. How could I be a part of that?
All right. So the person that invites you, they have a website, free website.
Oh.
So they will send you their link, and so you will set up your own free website, and then you will order. Now, if you know people who need this product, which I think everyone does, same thing. You just send them your free website. They set up their own free website. They order online. It is drop shipped to them. And because the company is not paying to advertise, because advertisement is one of the biggest costs in companies pushing out stuff, then you will be able to get remuneration. They take care of you for your efforts and helping other people to get healthy. We don't talk much about that here, and maybe we will change in the future, but right now we are so much concentrated on getting folks healthy. That is why. But if you do get other people who you know need the product, then you will be remunerated.
Okay, and where is it coming from?
The States. It's coming from the USA.
Great. Was somebody else in the chat room, Doc? Please, can I see?
Yes, somebody said good night, my Ike children. You know what? I should have mentioned this in my presentation. Depends on what your child has. Folks, one of the things, there was a testimonial about a 7-year-old kid that had not spoken a word from the day he was born and until 3 weeks being on the technology. At the end of 3 weeks, he spoke his first word, then his second word, then his third word, and now he is having conversation. So yes, it does work for kids and toddlers. Yes, because it is 100% natural. So there is no drug interaction, there is no caffeine added, there's no junk added to it. So yes, it does kids as well. Anita Dunn, hand is raised. Go ahead. Open your mic.
Good night. You spoke about kidney failure. So if a person has been on dialysis, let's say for about 10 years, is it that this product can reverse the condition and they'll no longer require dialysis treatment?
All right. So let me just answer you by giving you a testimonial of a rabbi that is part of our team. He's been on dialysis for 9 years. You know, when you're on dialysis, basically you don't pee through your penis. And after about 2 months, he felt the urge to go to the bathroom. And he rushed to the bathroom and he peed, and the pee was yellow. So you know what that means? That his renal system, the whole system is now being repaired. So his testimony is that he's just been on the product now for about 3 or so months, and he's now peeing regularly. So we're just watching as time goes by, because for a person that had not peed or urinate for 9 years, for that to happen, that's nothing short of a miracle. So yes, I believe this technology will definitely help.
Doctor.
Go.
Can I add this to your answer, which is very good? But remember, this man was on 3 days dialysis a week, and now he's on 1 day, because doctor has removed him from the dialysis because he's getting better and better.
Thank you.
Out of dialysis.
Okay.
Yeah, we also have, gentlemen, we also have actual testimony. The lady asked about vertigo. We have actual testimony on the evening call that at least 2 people have recovered from vertigo.
Technology is delivered sublingual and topical. So the so for the restore, there is what do you call it? A tube that you can measure the amount that you need to take for the day. You put it under your tongue, and like I said while I was doing the presentation, you hold it. I would recommend minimum 30 seconds, and then switch it around and swallow. Or 3 minutes would be perfect for me, I think, based on what I know about sublingual when we give people sublingual medication. And then the Rejuvenate now is definitely topical. You put it on top, and I'm recommending that you rub it in, you massage it in until it's dry. So now you know that you're getting it right into the tissues, right into the, it actually goes down into tendons and ligaments and all of that good stuff. So we recommend that you massage it in nicely and slowly until it's there. Somebody was asking a question about raising high blood pressure and all of that, raising low blood pressure. What is the problem, or what is the cause? Why are we having these conditions? We are having these conditions, ladies and gentlemen, because the mitochondria is weak and dying. Maybe from medication, maybe from even the same dialysis, whatever it is you're doing. So when we get the restore and the rejuvenate into your 70 trillion cells, boost them back up, they get the body back in equilibrium, the body will repair and restore itself. People with BPH, benign prostate hyperplasia, those of us from the Caribbean back in the even the 80s and the 90s, we used to say, oh, this guy has stoppage of water. Basically, it was the prostate that was huge and was blocking off the flow of the urine. People are giving great results after weeks on this and this technology, but they're not going to the bathroom as often, they're not urinating as often, and they don't have this urgency and emergency. Remember now, you go to the doctor because you're feeling different. You know something is wrong. So you do the imaging test, nothing comes back. You do the blood test, nothing comes back. Everything you do, you're finding out that they're telling you you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. But in yourself, you know that you're not okay. And if the imaging cannot find it, the blood test cannot find it, nothing can find it. What you need to do is to get on the MoreMito, because sometimes we just need to fix the cell, and the entire body will get well. The other thing is that I have a niece who was having these nasty headaches. I mean, nasty headaches. And she did everything, every test, every imaging, everything, and they couldn't find it. And then she gave birth and went into a seizure. And they found out that this tumor was lying dormant in her brain, and it just took a traumatic event for it to be manifested. So I'm saying here to you today, if you're feeling, you know your body better than any doctor. So the doctor can say whatever he wants to say. You know your body all your life. And if you're not optimal, and if you're not feeling full 100, get the MoreMito in your system and rejuvenate, restore, and rebuild.
Some of the questions in the chat group, there's one in particular that asked about the cost for the various products. We should tell you that the Restore costs $100, and the jar of Rejuvenate costs $50. When you buy on the link of your own website as a referred seller, you will get an extra bottle, extra jar of the Restore. So when Rejuvenate. So when you buy as a referred seller, you're able to access discounts and lower costs and giveaways from that particular standpoint, as opposed to buying as a customer. And then let me put in a plug here for some of the questions being asked here: sleep deprivation, acid reflux, etc., cataracts. If you go on the 9 o'clock call tonight, you will hear testimonies about all of these categories. So get with the person who invited you to this call, get the link to the night's 9 o'clock Eastern time, and spend an hour at least and hear the amazing testimonies about each of these things. Sleep, no problem. Acid reflux, deal with gastrointestinal issues. We will tell you, as somebody else said, this technology, as doctor says, works for everything, because what it does is it repairs the mitochondria, which allows the body to repair itself in every area. So we'll take care of anything and everything.